Hey guys, welcome back to the sequel. Today I'm here to answer some of your questions. You used the hashtag #AskGanja and I chose the top 20 most sickening responses. So let's get it crackin'. Our first question comes from Haley. Now this is probably the most important question I'll receive all day. Weed? ? Happy 420 from the West Coast. So to answer that question, yes. Our next question comes from Karen Wazowski. Little Dabbers, when is your birthday? Well, Little Dabber's birthday is actually February 22nd, and we are accepting all organic treats. Our next question comes from Kendall. She wants to know how I decided to get Little Dabbers. Getting Little Dabbers has been something I've wanted to do my whole life. In fact, if you go back and look at my Instagram, one of my first posts was about dogs. But, you know, with dogs comes a lot of responsibility. So A, I wanted to make sure I was financially stable enough because, you know, she has insurance and expensive organic food. And B, I wanted to make sure that I had someone to take care of her when I travel. So I'm very lucky that my roommate is also in love with the little baby. And Little Dabbers is actually my emotional support animal, which means she provides me support emotionally. So I get to take her everywhere I go. We've got a little card for her, so even in restaurants she gets to hang out with Team Ganja. So we're very lucky to have this new addition. Our next question comes from Maddie. She wants to know, what's my favorite thing to do with Little Dabbers? Well, honestly, doing anything with Little Dabbers is fun, even driving up to get some fast food. But Little Dabber's favorite activity is to go to the beach. For some reason, she loves the sand, she loves to dig, but she will not get anywhere near that water. Our next question comes from Little Dabbers. Aww. Little Dabbers wants to know what I thought when I first saw her. I first got the text in Hawaii. I was actually on tour, and like most people, I thought she was a boy. But after I found out she was a girl, I fell even more in love with her. I mean, her face is just so precious. And even though she's changed since her baby photo, we love her just as much. Our next question comes from my good old Twitter friend, Joe Stead. LAGANJA, you're an amazing dancer. Would you say you dance better when you're happy or when you're sad? Love you. Well, to be honest, I've always thought I dance better when I'm sad, because usually as a contemporary dancer, I'm portraying sadder stories. So as I was growing up and I was in college and high school, I definitely thought that I functioned better when I was more depressed. Now, as I've gotten older and learned to see the glass half full, I've realized that no, being sad does not improve anything. Sure, it helps you, reach those emotions quicker, but if you're a real artist and a real actor, you can always reach those emotions without having to actually be sad. So to answer your question, I always do better when I'm happy. Next question comes from Pearl Girl. She wants to know who I think should win All-Stars. Well, I think that's clear. My mother, Team Alyssa all the way, baby, A-team. Now, if any of you watched last episode of Ask Ganja, you know that Miss Alyssa shaded me on 420. So today, let's see if we can get her. Oh, it's connecting. It's not going through. Damn, Daniel. Let's try it regular.
What's your team?
Oh my gosh. Do I have the pleasure of speaking with the one, the only Miss Alyssa Edwards?
The star.
Oh, the star. Well, honey, you are live on Ask Ganja. Get your life.
Oh, girl, what do you mean I'm live on Ask Ganja? What does that mean?
Well, you know how you shaded me last time on 420 Sweets and you wouldn't tune into my show. So I got you today, gal.
Is this documentary you're doing or something?
A documentary. You know, my mama, she can't keep things straight, y'all. I've got so many projects, she just don't know which one this is.
We're live on Facebook.
No, we're filming. We're live on the camera rolling for my YouTube, mama.
Oh, okay, for the YouTube. So what do you want me to ask you?
Well, I want to know, do you have a question for me?
You know what I watched the other night?
Oh, now we're having full-on conversations.
Video where you was... Well, girl, I was feeling very confused because I said, this bitch has lipstick on. I thought she was going to be half in drag. And then throw your wig on by the end of the number and be in full throttle, full tilt.
Right. Well, to answer your question, Ganja's Grooves is...
We're good, though. I will tell you that right now.
Well, to answer... Well, to answer your question, Ganja's Grooves is me in androgynous drag.
I love it. Please, I'm breaking my diet today.
Can you get a cookie? Did you hear that?
Makeout, peanut butter, sugar.
Okay, well, I gotta go. I gotta film the rest of this, but I love you and I'll call you later.
Hang on, wait. I was going to ask you another question.
Oh, she's got 2 questions. Okay, what's your next question?
What do you think of where do you see yourself in the next 5 years?
Oh.
I wanted to know this. Like, what do you think when you think of LaGanja, when you think of Jay?
Right.
Where do you see yourself?
Well, I think you and I both know when that voice starts talking, it's always about dance. Dance is my #1 passion, so definitely in 5 years, I see myself more involved with dance. Ideally, I would love to have a company and be working with professional dancers. But to be honest...
And you want this company based in Los Angeles?
Yes, I would love to have a company of maybe 6 to 8 dancers in Los Angeles in the beginning.
Or would you want it to be like concert like you used to do?
I think I would like a blend of commercial and concert. I would like to, take everything I've learned from
Because
drag.
I would like to see on Ganja's Grooves a commercial piece.
Uh-huh.
But you have...
Right. Right. Absolutely. Okay, now I'm getting we gotta go. Okay, I love you. Thank you. That was perfect. My next question comes from Maddie. She wants to know, what is my favorite gift to receive from fans? Now, this answer is going to seem a little corny, but it's the truth. Honestly, the best gift that you can give me is support. I love people that tweet me every day, and these people that I've created friends over the internet. These are my real supporters that I see every day and that I notice are supporting my decisions to be a choreographer or to get a dog or to get a car. And these are the connections that really are the best gift of all. My next question comes from #Ornacia for President. LaGanja, the most important question of all. What team of Pokemon Go are you? Well, low-key, I don't play Pokemon Go. That's my dog's gig, but I'm pretty sure that she's Team Mystic. My next question comes from Hannah Gibson. She wants to know, what's my favorite fast food place? Now, Hannah, have you been peeping up on my Snapchat? Because anybody who watched my Snapchat knows that my diet consists of junk food, 7-Eleven, and Popeyes, my favorite fast food restaurant. Come on, fried chicken. Our next question comes from Biceps for Breakfast. It's a 2-part question. Part 1 is, what is your favorite strain of bud before a good makeout sesh? And part 2 is, what is your favorite music at the moment? So to answer your first question, my favorite strain of cannabis to make out on would probably have to be a good old dab, a Tangy. I like to be awake and alert when I'm making out, okay? And to answer part 2 of the question, my favorite music at the moment is actually Drake. Now, low-key, I used to hate on Drake because I know him from the show Degrassi, when he was up in a wheelchair, rolling around, acting like a fool. But for some reason, I got turned on to his music recently, and I've realized how talented of a lyricist he is. And listening to his music really makes me want to get out there and rap more. Our next question comes from Haley. She wants to know if I have any tips on covering up weed smells. Well, honestly, Haley, I live in California, so everyone and everything out here pretty much smells like weed. But if I had to cover up the smell, I would first start with a good old Curious Britney Spears perfume. I then would also probably just dab instead of smoke a blunt, because dabbing smoke dissipates a lot quicker than something like a blunt or a joint. And thirdly, if I had to be really sneaky, I would get a toilet paper roll, and I'd fill that with dryer sheets, and I'd blow the smoke through that, which will kind of help cover up the smell. My next question comes from Caitlin Sweeney.
Hey Ganja, it's me, Caitlin from Northern Ireland, and I'd like to know, how many tattoos do you have at the moment, and in the future would you like to receive any more? Bye, love you so much.
To answer your question, Caitlin, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 tattoos. 4 on my feet and 1 behind my ear. Our next question comes from Grace.
Hi Ganja, my questions are, when are you releasing your new merch, and anytime soon are you planning on doing any dance classes in other places in the US? Love you.
Thank you so much, Grace, for your question. Now, I know you all have been asking, when is this merch going to come out? When is this merch going to come out? We're a small business, so it takes us a little while, but I can say that by the end of July, we'll have new products up on my website. And to answer the second part of your question, yes, I will be touring my dance school, but unfortunately, I can't tell you when or where. So, if you want to see me at your local dance studio or club, email press@laganjaestranja.com. Our next question comes from Adore.
Hey LAGANJA. No, I'm kidding, I'm British really. And my question is, if you had an autobiography, what would you call it and why? And how do you feel about your signature catchphrase of krrr being used by the Kardashians?
Well, Adore, if I had to have an autobiography, it would probably be called Let's Get Sickening, of course. And to answer the second part of your question, I'm thrilled that the Kardashians are using my infamous because let's face it, drag is becoming mainstream. RuPaul just got an Emmy nomination. Drag queens are taking over the world, baby. Don't you forget it. Our next question comes from my good friend Josiah, aka Joey Glitter.
Hey girl, I'm really happy that you've been spending a little more time in LA, and we get to see some more of your dance skills and choreography skills. My question for you is, are there any upcoming shows or tour dates where you're planning like just an all-around dance show? Because I would love to go. I just love you dancing. I love you, babe.
Joe, you're too sweet. Stop. Well, to answer your question, of course, I would love to do a full dance show. I definitely think that my work deserves that space and time, and I think it would be great to travel around the world using these connections I've made as a drag queen to throw after parties after my show has been seen in the theater, of course, because I think you and I both know my work belongs in the theater. Can I get an amen? Our next question comes from Laura.
Hi LAGANJA, my question is, will you be at DragCon next year? I'm hoping to fly over, so I hope you're there. Love you.
Well, of course, Laura, I'm going to be at DragCon 2017. Come and roll through and say hi to Team Ganja. Our next question comes from my good friend, Adam Ill.
What? How high are you right now? Not higher than me. Yeah.
What? Bye, bitch. I'm higher than you.